and welcome to Revision Classes on Television. Today, we will be having a session in mathematics. Our guide is Sarumo Tirimisiyu Olalekon, and our topic today is inequality.
Inequality is a mathematical expression in which sides are not equal to each other. And for inequality sign, we have greater than, and we have greater than or equal to. We have less than, and we also have less than and equal to. How can you remember greater than to less than? You can use your right hand to determine your greater than, and your left hand to determine your less than. And this less than can change to greater than. The greater than can also change to less than. Greater than or equal to can change to less than or equal to, and vice versa. And what are the conditions that can make inequality sign to change? The first condition is what we call turning event. Turning event. Turning event simply means if you have two greater than x. If you have two greater than x, and we want to write this in the normal mathematical standard by let our unknown to be at left hand side, because we have two sides. We have left hand side and we have right hand side. This is our right hand side and this is our left hand side. Now let's now turn it as if you are turning the steering of your car. Turn it like this. Definitely our x now will move to this side, and this sign will change to less than 2. So this is what you are calling turning event. And the second one is negative event. Negative event. Negative is very simply mean when you divide both sides by minus. That is, let's assume that we are given minus 2x less than or equal to 6. Now for this, we are looking for the value of x. Then the coefficient of x is minus 2. Then what we are going to do is we have to divide both sides by minus 2, which is coefficient of x. Divide both sides by minus 2, we have minus 2x divided by minus 2 less than or equal to 6 divided by minus 2. Now, in as much that we divided both sides by minus 2, the inequality sign must be changed. Then this one cancels this one. We have x greater than or equal to minus 3. So this is our answer. The first question is SSC 2015, number 38, whereby we are asked to illustrate graphically the solution of x divided by 2 plus 1 over 8 greater than 5x divided by 8. This is what we are given. Now how are we going to solve this? How are we going to solve this? So the first thing is to find the LCM of 2 and 8. And LCM of 2 and 8 is 8. How many 2 we see in 8? 4. 4 times x, 4x. Plus, how many 8 we see in 8? 1. 1 times 1, 1. Greater than 5x divided by 8. Now, look at this. In case of this, you can cross multiply. You can multiply both sides by 8. And another way that can be used is by consider this. If you have A over B is equal to C over B. So in as much as this one and this one are the same, you can just stroke this one, then your A is equal to C in order to maximize your time. Then if you have BA is equal to BC, we can divide both sides by B as well. Therefore, our A should be equal to C. What of in case that you have this? A over B plus C is equal to K over B. What of in case that you have this? Now, if you have this, before you could apply that method, definitely this left-hand side must be of a single fraction. Then let's find the LCM of this. This one is over 1. The LCM here is B. So B in B, 1. 1 times A, plus 1 in B, B times C, BC, is equal to K over B. Then we can stroke this one and this one by saying A plus BC is equal to K. Then you continue your problem. Now let's back to this. As we said we can cross multiply. We can multiply both sides by LCM of 8 and 8, which is A. Then we can also apply this by stroke this one and this one. So we have 4x plus 1 greater than 5x. The next thing is collection of like times. So we have to collect like times. That is 1 greater than 5x minus 4x. 1 greater than 5x minus 4x, that is x. Can we leave our answer like this? No. Therefore, we have to apply the turning event. That is by turn this, by let our x to be at left hand side. Turn this, we have our x greater than 1. Turn this, by turn this, that is our x less than 1. So because as we are turning this, as you are turning the steering of your car, so this will turn to the side. But the question is that our final answer? No. Because we are asked to illustrate it on a number line graphically. So this is our number line. We have 0, we have 1, we have 2. We have minus 1, we have minus 2. And our answer is on 1. This is where our answer is. Now, before proceeding on that, let's talk a little bit on this number line. How to represent inequality sign on number line. This is where your answer is. This answer has 2 arrows, either right-hand side, which is greater than, or left-hand side, which is less than. If you have greater than, that means that the arrow will come out through this, your right-hand side. And if you have less than, your arrow will come out through your left-hand side. What of in case that we now have greater than or equal to? Equal to. So being a greater than, your arrow will come out through your left-hand side. But because of this equal to, this place will be shaded. That's how to differentiate between greater than and then greater than or equal to. Then if you have less than or equal to, having less than, then your arrow will be coming out through this, your left-hand side. Then because of this equal to, this place will be shaded. Let's back to our answer. We have x less than 1. Therefore, we have x less than through the left-hand side. Is that our final answer? No. You must write your x here. Your x must be written here. Your x must be written here. Now, question 2 is SSC 2016, number 9. We are asked to solve this inequality. 4 plus 3 over 4 into bracket x plus 2 less than or equal to 3x divided by 8 plus 1. This is what we are given. Now, how are we going to solve this? We have left-hand side. This is left-hand side, your left-hand side. And your right, this is your right-hand side. All what we need to do is to make this one to be a fraction and to make this one as well to be a fraction. Let's find the LCM of this and the LCM of this simultaneously. The LCM of this is 4. 1 is 4 is 4. 4 times 4, 16. Plus 4 in 4, 1. 1 times 3, 3. Into bracket x plus 2 bracket less than or equal to LCM of this one is 8. That is LCM of 8 and 1 is 8. 8 in 8, 1. 1 times 3x, 3x. Plus 1 in 8, 8. 8 times 1, 8. Now, as I've explained before, we can say 4 year 1, 4 year 2. Though you can still use cross multiplication. Not only that, we can use the LCM of 4 and 4 to multiply both sides. That's why we say that there is 1,000 ways of solving a problem in mathematics. Now, let's continue. This one will give us 16 plus expansion of bracket. Let's expand this. 3 times x will give us 3x. 3 times 2, that's plus 3 times plus 2. Because in some cases, it might be given minus here. You have to consider that. But now that we have positive, plus 6 times plus 2, that's plus 6, divided by 1. Less than or equal to 3x plus 8, divided by 2. So this one will give us 16 plus 6, that is 22, plus 3x all over 1, less than or equal to 3x plus 8 divided by 2. The next thing now is cross multiplication. Now, if you want to cross multiply, because of this inequality sign, you have to be very careful. If this were to be equality sign, then there will not be any problem. But in case of this, you have to be very, very careful. For example, now, don't do your cross multiplication like this. 1 into bracket 3x plus 8 less than or equal to 2 into bracket 22 plus 3x. Can we do it like this by taking this one to this side, then put it side? No, because it will be as if you've done your turning effect. You've used your turning effect, which is one of the conditions of inequality sign to change. So that is why you have to be very careful, because by using that, this inequality sign has to be affected. So please and please, you just have to be very careful. Now, the normal is take this one to this side. So it should be 2 into bracket 22 plus 3x less than or equal to 1 into bracket 3x plus 8. Then the next thing now is expansion of the brackets. So it should be 44, that is 2 times 22, give us 44, plus 2 times 3x, that is 6x, less than or equal to 1 times 3x, 3x, plus 1 times 8, that is 8. Then the next thing now is correction of like times. So we have 6x minus, this one is plus, and get to this place, we see that it's minus 3. Or we can even say, okay, subtract both sides by minus 3, which also did the same thing. So 3x less than or equal to, this one has been moved, then we have plus 8, which is 8. Then this one subtracts both minus 4 or minus 44 from both sides. With the same thing as this one, taking this one to the other side. This one is positive now. Or crossing to the, because it's at left hand side. And or crossing to the right hand side, then its sign has to be changed. If this plus, we change to minus. And if this minus, we change to plus. Now it's plus, now change to minus. So the next thing now is 6x minus 3x. That is, will give us 3x less than or equal to. Now this one now. 8 minus 44. 8 minus 44 will give you minus 36. The next thing now is divide both sides by 3, not by minus 3, because coefficient of x here is 3. 3x divided by 3 less than or equal to minus 36 divided by 3. So we have our x 3 cancel 3 less than or equal to minus, how many 3 you see in 3? 1. How many 3 we see in 6? 2. So our answer is x less than or equal to minus 12. Solve this inequality sign. 4 less than or equal to 1 over 3 into bracket 2x minus 1 less than 5. That is, we are given a combination of 3 things. This is one, this is the middle one, and this is the last one. If you are given this, how are you going to solve it? This is a kind of simultaneous inequality. It's like we are given A is equal to B is equal to C, which is a simultaneous equation. We can combine this one, then combine this one. By saying A is equal to B, you can have your partition like this. Then you solve this one normally, then B is equal to C, then solve this one normally. So we are going to use this approach, the same approach that we use for this to solve this. So let's have our demarcation. So we have for less than or equal to 1 over 3 into bracket 2x minus 1. Then we say have this 1 over 3 into bracket 2x minus 1 less than 5. So we are going to solve this and we are going to solve this. Now for this, you can cross multiply. We have our right hand side and we have our left hand side. So cross multiply is to be 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is equal less than or equal to 1 into bracket 2x minus 1. This one will give us 12 less than or equal to, expand the bracket, is to be 1 times 2x minus 1 times 1. So collect the like times. So we have 12. So this one, we can say add 1 to both sides. Add 1 to both sides. Or let's take this one to the other side. It's minus here and get to this place to be plus 1 less than or equal to 2x. So this one will give us 13 less than or equal to 2x. Then divide both sides by 2. So we have 13 divided by 2 less than or equal to 2x divided by 2. So we have 6, that is how many 2? We say in 13, that is 6. Remainder 1, which is 1 over 2 less than or equal to, how many 2 into 1? That is x. Can we leave our answer like this? No. That is our x turning event greater than or equal to 6 whole number 1 over 2. It's either you use 6 whole number, mixed fraction, that's 6 whole number 1 over 2, or decimal, which is 6.5. On no account must you use improper fraction. From the word improper, that is, it's improper for you to leave your answer like that. Please and please, don't leave your answer as improper fraction. Because if you leave your answer as improper fraction, you might likely to be given improper response. Let's back to this. So this one is the same thing as 1 into bracket 2x minus 1 divided by 3 less than 5. Then cross multiply. So we have 1 times this, 1 times 2x, that's 2x minus 1 times 1 less than 3 times 5, that is 15. Then add 1 to both sides to have 2x less than 15 plus 1. That means that we have 2x less than 16. Then divide both sides by 2. We have 2x divided by 2 less than 16 divided by 2. So we have 2 into 1, that is x, less than 8, because 16 divided by 2 is. Can we combine this? Let's represent this on number line. So we have our number line. This is 0. This is -1, -2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this is the first. We have this to be represented on number line. So the first one, we have our solution is 6.5, which is 6.5 is between 6 and 7. This is where our answer is. We have our solution there. Now, this is where our solution is. Where we are going to have our arrow. Is it left-hand side or left-hand side? So we have s greater than or equal to, that's greater than. So our arrow will move out through this, our right-hand side. But because of this equal to, this place will be shaded. Then to the other one, we have x less than 8. That is, our answer is 8. But due to the fact that it's less than 8, where our arrow will be moved out, it's moving out through our left-hand side, which is this. Therefore, the two arrows can be joined. So we have x. Now, for the two arrows to be joined, so which look like this, that means that you can write your inequality sign, your answer, inequality answer, in terms of the range. We have our range between 6.5 to 8. 6.5 inclusive, 8 exclusive. Now, if you have that, we normally use, there's a term, we have and we have or. If you can combine them together, you use and. If you cannot combine them together, you use or. Because and simply means you can have the answer simultaneously, you can have the two answers together. Then or simply means both answers cannot be at the same time. Now for this, we have 6.5 less than x less than or equal to x less than 8. Now, if you want to pronounce this, we normally start at the middle. We say x greater than 6.5 and x less than 8.
That's the much we can take today on the program. Join us next time for another educating session.